I've never got someone who explains to me like that. Thank you. Thank you so much, Bambi. But I'm so happy I've got I've got that trick. Good. So how are you? We didn't finish up yesterday.
Oh yeah. So what we'll do, most times when people ask stuff like that, it's just hard to give a response per se. So at times it's just better to have a conversation, whatever comes in, we see how to work around. I'm pretty sure you have questions.
Yeah, but now you see.
Yes.
Like you remember the other meeting we had before the first lockdown?
Yeah.
Do you remember? Like pricing. I think Oba high. I don't know. And somehow you think you're putting in a lot of 65. I start from 65. But then, okay, some clients would call you and they ask you for lands of 30,000. So I don't know, am I the one that is high? Or it's just the location? You get it? And
how
now,
did you arrive?
Next year I wanted even to put.
How did you arrive at the price?
As just, you know how you can just think, okay, let me add this and this. I think it will, my money will come out. Yeah. I don't know, but I'm just thinking because there are some people who are very okay with the price, and then some other, and you just stay there, you're not growing that much. And you know Facebook, people can think you're too big, you're making a lot of money. That's what
that's true.
Give people. Like there is someone, we have a cake, we have a group for bakers. So someone posted my cake and they were like, man, cake arena is too big. I'm wondering, you guys. So when I said, oh, I'm so excited, that's my cake. So someone actually inboxed and then they were like, how do you do it? We've been trying to get there. But honestly, it's just the marketing strategy, but you also still, there's something that are missing.
Okay, I think you have one very big business challenge sorted, that is brand awareness.
Yes.
The fact that people know that you're big, when yourself, you don't really feel it, is a very good thing. Because it means people can now trust you. People can actually trust and whatever you bring along, they can easily take it up. Yes. So I think that one is mostly sorted. If I may ask, how much does it cost you to do a cake for 65K?
By the way, it's not a lot.
Let's do this. We make it simple. Let's say you said you charge your cake at 65K.
Yes.
65K. So most times prices come from like the cost, like how much it costs you to make like one cake. So I want us to list all the ingredients that go into making the cake and put a cost on it. Yes, so let's start with number one.
Prestige.
Okay, how much is that?
One cake.
One cake?
Yes.
All right. What else?
Then eggs.
Uh-huh.
Most times I use 10.
How much is that?
Each egg is 400.
So that's 4,000. Okay, what else?
Then flavors.
So I need us to divide. So let's say you buy for 20,000. How many cakes do you use it on?
It can be like 5.
Okay, so if you divide 20 by 5, you get 4,000. Yes? So meaning for each cake, it's 4,000. Okay, what else do you add to make the cake?
Sometimes I put milk.
Milk.
2,000. Half of it.
So that's 1,000. Okay, next.
Then icing is 2,500.
For one cake?
Yes.
2,500. So let's do sugar. How much of a sugar goes into one cake?
I put 200 grams.
So if it's 35 in a kilo, there are 1,000 grams. So meaning if you put 200 grams, it means a kilo of sugar goes for what? 5 cakes, yes? So 3,500 divided by 5. That will be 700. Okay. You said baking powder?
Baking powder, I just put 10 grams. And the whole thing is 1,000.
And how many grams is the whole box?
250.
That's 40. So 40 shillings for one cake. Okay. What else?
Flour.
2 kilos at 6,000. You said you put how much in one cake?
500.
Meaning 2 kilos goes for 4 cakes. That's 1,500 for each cake. So number 9 is going to be labor. If you were to pay someone to make one cake, how much would you pay them?
I think like 10 or 20.
Have you tried to find out how other people charge, like the people they employ? Let's say.
No. I've not tried by the way.
Yes, so you need to find that out. Because you need to put your labor into it. Like,
yes,
ideally your time. Because for now you're guessing, you're saying 10, 20, you're not very sure.
I know.
Okay,
no.
Yeah.
I have a friend of mine. Sometimes she's a baker also. So sometimes she's overwhelmed with work. But she tells me if she has very many, she gives that person 150, like even if there are very many.
How many cakes?
It can be like 10 to 15
cakes,
because some pieces.
Okay, so I'm going to divide 150 by 15. It means 10,000 per cake. So let me use 10,000 per cake.
Yes.
But now that is an employee. But for you, as you, I think it wouldn't just be 10K. It would be much more. So for now, let's say 15K per cake.
Okay.
All right. Okay, then next, we need to put into consideration the equipment that you use, how much you spend on those equipment. If you use electricity or you use charcoal, how much it is, the place where you make this cake, i.e. rent, how much that. Okay, so let's start from water.
In my cakes, I don't put water, but I use water for washing.
So how much water do you think you use for washing? Specifically for cake?
The jerry can.
So that's 10 liters, that's 20 liters. Okay.
And for power, I use one unit
of
for
electricity.
every cake that I put there.
Okay, that's ideally 1K. Okay, water. Do you know how much you pay for water? Like, do you have a meter separate?
I do, but now we don't have a meter that is separate, so we pay 50,000
a month.
General.
Okay, how many cakes do you make within a month? 25 cakes within a month. Okay. So if you do 25 cakes within a month and you pay 50K for water, that means meaning you use 120 jerry cans within a month. So you pay 50,000. So let me divide 50,000 by 120. That means you pay 416 for each jerry can. So if you use one jerry can for cake, it means you pay, like, let's say 400 shillings, one jerry can of water. Yes? Okay. So water for one cake is 400 shillings. All right. The equipment that you use.
My oven was 800. Then the mixer was 500. Then what else? I think all the other equipment took me like 150.
Okay.
To 200.
Let's use 200K. So out of this, these are things that keep recurring. How long do you think the oven lasts? How long has it lasted so far?
2 years now.
Do you see it lasting for more than 10 more years?
Yeah, but I wanted to change to a bigger one.
Okay, so let's use 5 years. So let's say 5 years. Let's divide 800K by 5. So it means it keeps depreciating by 160K each year. And if you divide by 12, within a month, 13K. So if you divide by the number of cakes you do in a month, which is, we estimated 25. 25. That means about 500 shillings per cake for the oven. Okay. So the mixer, how long do you think the mixer can last?
The mixer can last long.
Like more than the oven?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's say 10 years. Divide by 10, then divide by 12. So within a month, 4,000. Then the number of cakes in a month, 25. So about 150 shillings per cake.
Wow.
Then lastly, the other equipment, how long do you think they can last? The others that you said you spend between 150 and 200K.
Those ones, they can also last. They are really metallic. 10 years or so.
Okay, their utensils, you change them often, so let's not project it up to 10 years. I'm pretty sure fashion change, and maybe you need to get
the pans.
For that one, let's just put only 1 year, because they can easily change very fast. So 200K.
And then sometimes you also, like, there's some things you need. Like now, a person can send you a cake, and you don't have that specific equipment that they need to do it. Like you need to use, and then you have to buy.
Hold on, you're going to give me an estimate. So
actually, that's how.
That equipment, just give me a rough estimate within a month. How many times do you have to buy that?
Like twice in a month. You find you don't have the equipment you have to buy.
So how much do you spend each time you're buying?
Most times they are 25. 25.
Okay, so let's say roughly 50K you spend on buying other emergency equipment. So 50K divided by 25 cakes, which is 2,000 per cake. Are there some moments where you make a cake and it gets damaged and you have to like redo, or
Yeah, it happens a lot.
Okay, so within a month,
my children just catch that, like she'll come and bite it. Mommy, I was testing.
Okay, so in such a scenario, when that happens, do you repair the cake or you have to start over again?
I have to redo.
Okay, how many within a month does it happen? Like on how many cakes, just roughly?
Like 2.
On 2, eh? Okay, so in total, the risks, let me just estimate it to 5 cakes within a month. Those ones have to be redone. Okay, so.
But of course.
Yes.
If I'm redoing, okay, I don't redo like the whole cake. I just remove the top icing. You get it? Just the icing, and then I put a new one. That is 2.5.
Just the icing, eh?
Yes.
So 2.5 divide by 5. So 500 shillings for, let's say, repairs within for one cake. And because, like, let's just use 500 shillings. So how much rent do you pay per month?
400.
400K. So for the business, how much of the business takes up your living space?
Like 20%.
20, eh?
Like,
Okay, so if it takes 20%, 400K, divide by 20%, that's 5. Sorry, if you divide 100 by 20, you get 5, right?
Yes.
So meaning you spend 80K on rent monthly for the cake alone.
Okay.
Yes. So we divide this 80K by the number of cakes. So for rent, it's 3,200 for each cake.
A month?
Yes.
Okay.
So you said you advertise. You said how much boosting?
100,000
per month, or each time you post?
That can be like 5 days, by the way.
So let's say 200K within a month. And you said you make about 25 cakes, that's the average. Meaning per cake, you spend 8,000 to get it.
Okay.
So the cost that we will have to add is 8 plus 32, 3,200, sorry. That makes 11,200 plus 40. Meaning the cost of making one cake is 51,200. So if you sell at 65 minus 51,200, meaning you get a profit of 13 K. Taxes go for the profit that you make. So if you charge at 65K, the cost is 51K. It means the profit you make is about 14K per cake. So let's get 18% of 14K. 2,500. So you'll be charging tax, you'll be getting taxed 2,500K per cake, meaning the real profit net income that you get is 65 minus minus 51,500 minus 2,500. So the net profit that you make per cake would be 11,000 if you sell your cake at 65,000. Now, 11,000 is like about 20% profit, but you need to increase your profit to about 50%. So if you sell your cake at 65K, it's not loss. If you sell it at 50K, it's like the bare minimum that you can sell.
Oh.
Yes. There you're just at the border of making loss or making profit. So for now,
making profit.
For now, I would advise when you start paying taxes, you cannot charge below 55K. But for now that you're not paying taxes, you can charge to 50K. You get it?
Okay.
So in general, if someone wants to bargain with you, start the bargaining from 60K. So that if they drop, maybe they drop to 55K, you know, then for people that you now like just give an offer, you do 50K.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you.
That's how pricing
now I know
goes.
You know, I've been wondering really. Yeah, at least now, you know. Yeah. Thank you.
So this type of consultation is what I hope to be making money from next year.
Yeah, it's actually very important. You know, I've been wondering how to do it.
Yeah.